Hello, dear listeners. It is I, once again, Alexian, your eternal storyteller, guardian of ancient tales, and faithful friend. Welcome to my Library of Wonders, a mysterious place where legends sleep upon the shelves, and the air carries the scent of old leather and moon dust. Today, I have prepared something truly special for you. We shall journey to a far-off northern kingdom to uncover a story of the incredible power of love, patience, and devotion. This is the tale of Princess Elisa and her brothers, whom dark magic transformed into wild swans. But before we begin, I want to remind you of the magical workshop that operates in our library. There, you can commission a personalized fairy tale or a unique magical adventure created specifically for you or your loved ones, where you yourselves will become the main heroes. You will find the magical portal to the workshop in the description. And now, as always, my faithful magical compass shall point the way to today's story. Are you ready? Its needle is already trembling with anticipation. Let us launch the compass and begin our journey. In ancient times, when mountains still whispered to the clouds and forests guarded the secrets of the first stars, there lived a powerful king. He had 11 sons, brave princes with hearts full of fire, and a beautiful daughter named Elisa, whose kindness lit up the castle brighter than golden chandeliers. The princes studied wisdom and valor, while Elisa read books in the garden, where the flowers leaned toward her, recognizing a kindred spirit. But happiness in the castle faded like a candle in the wind when a new queen, a stepmother, entered the home. She was not merely a woman, but a powerful and dark sorceress. Her eyes shimmered with a cold emerald gleam, and shadows hid within the folds of her silk gowns. She hated the light that radiated from the children and resolved to rid herself of them. One gloomy morning, shrouded in thick mist while the king was away hunting, the stepmother climbed the tallest tower. She whispered a spell, bitter as wormwood, and swept her arms wide. In that very instant, the 11 princes were transformed into dazzlingly white wild swans with tiny golden crowns upon their heads. With a sad, piercing cry, they flew out of the window and vanished beyond the horizon toward the vast, restless sea. As for Elisa, the witch cast her out, blackening her face with dirt and tangling her golden hair, hoping her father would never recognize her and that she would perish in the wilderness. For many days and nights, Elisa wandered through dense forests in hopes of finding her brothers. Her feet were bruised by stones, and thorny bushes tore at her humble dress. But love for her brothers led her onward. Finally, she reached the shore of the great ocean. Waves crashed thunderously against the coastal rocks, shattering into myriads of salty sprays. When the sun began to dip toward the horizon, painting the sky in shades of purple and gold, Elisa saw 11 white specks in the sky. It was them. As soon as the last ray of sun touched the water's surface, the swans landed on the shore, their feathers fell away, and Elisa's beloved brothers stood before her. "Elisa, our dear sister!" the eldest brother exclaimed, embracing her. "We are enchanted. All day long we are forced to fly over the ocean in the form of birds, and only at night, when the moon reigns, do we become human again. Our home is a distant island across the sea, and tomorrow we must return there." Elisa could not bear to lose them again. All night they worked, weaving a vast, strong net from willow twigs and supple vines. The next morning, the Swan brothers took the net in their beaks, and Elisa, nestled within it, rose into the heavens. They flew over the raging abyss, among clouds that looked like rose-coloured castles, until they reached those distant fairy tale shores. But Elisa's heart knew no peace. Every night she prayed to the stars to show her how to break the stepmother's evil charm. And so, on one of those nights, when the silver moonlight flooded the cave where they took shelter, the fairy Fata Morgana appeared to her. Her gown was woven of morning mist and dewdrops, and her voice sounded like the chiming of crystal bells. "Listen closely, brave Elisa," the fairy whispered. "You can save your brothers. You must weave 11 long-sleeved shirts from stinging nettles that grow in graveyards and dark, damp caves. You must gather them with your bare hands, knead them with your feet, and spin them into yarn. But remember the most important thing. From the moment you touch the first stem until the last shirt is finished, you must not utter a single word. Even a sigh of pain will become a dagger that pierces your brothers' hearts. One word from you, and they shall perish." Without losing a moment, Elisa set to work. The stinging, angry nettles burned her delicate palms, covering them with painful blisters, but she did not make a sound. Her heart sang with hope, and her fingers worked tirelessly, turning the prickly stalks into soft but heavy fibre. Even when the young king of those lands, hunting in the forest, encountered her and, struck by her ethereal beauty and gentle gaze, carried her away to his magnificent castle to make her his queen, Elisa remained true to her vow. In the castle, she was given a room where she continued her selfless labour. She did not smile, she did not sing. Only her eyes, full of sorrow and love, gazed upon the king. However, the king had an evil counselor with eyes as cold as obsidian. He envied Elisa's quiet strength and whispered to the king, "Look, sire, your chosen one is a witch. She goes out at night to the graveyard walls for nettles. She remains silent because she hides dark secrets." The king did not believe it for a long time, but when Elisa once again ran out of nettles and was forced to go for them at night to the old ruins, he followed her. Seeing her there, he succumbed to the slander. With a heavy heart, he allowed the judges to sentence Elisa to be burned at the stake. A cold grey dawn arrived. Elisa was driven to the place of execution in an old cart. She was as pale as a lily, but her hands continued to work feverishly. She was finishing the last 11th shirt. Around her, the crowd raved, incited by the evil counselor. People shouted and threw stones at the witch. But at that moment, the sky suddenly darkened. Only the powerful swish of wings could be heard. 11 white swans descended directly onto the cart, surrounding their sister like a living shield. The executioner was already bringing the torch to the wood, but Elisa leaped up and, with a swift motion, threw the nettle shirts over the birds. And in that very instant, a miracle occurred. Instead of swans, 11 handsome princes stood before the astonished, silenced crowd. Only the youngest brother had a swan's wing instead of a left arm. In her haste, Elisa had not managed to finish the last sleeve. "Now I may speak!" Elisa cried, and her voice sounded like the most beautiful music. "I am innocent. I was saving my brothers." She fell senseless into her brother's arms, exhausted by her great feat. In that same second, the logs of the pyre took root and transformed into a massive shrub of fragrant red roses, and a radiance spread over the kingdom, chasing away darkness and mistrust. And that is the story, my dear friends. It reminds us that true love and incredible patience can shatter even the heaviest chains. Elisa did not fear pain, slander, or even death to bring back those she loved. It is a lesson about the strength of spirit that lives within each of us. Well, our journey is coming to an end, and the compass is already calling us back to the Library of Wonders. And so, we are back in the Library of Wonders. As always, before saying goodbye, I want to ask you a question. What do you think gave Elisa the strength to continue her work when her hands burned from the nettles and her heart burned from injustice? Share your thoughts in the comments below this video. But before we part, a reminder. The doors of my magical workshop are always open. If you dream of your own unique fairy tale or want to gift someone a personal adventure where your boldest dreams come true, be sure to visit us. It is time for us to say goodbye. Until we meet again, dear friends, in my Library of Wonders, where new stories are already waiting for their hour to come alive just for you. Keep the light in your hearts.